For the entrance door and with my art card, I have been able to measure 10 inches by 12 inches high. That is, the height is 12 inches and the weight is 10 inches. So I'm going to be marking a partition of 2 inches. Okay, that is to say 2, 2, 2 and 2, which will be giving me at least 5 partitions. That is, I mark into 4, but it will give me 5 partitions. And I'm also going to be marking the same thing. You can see the mark, okay? And I'm also going to do the same thing on the side, that is opposite side. You can also see that. The next thing I'm going to do now is to rule across to connect the mark. You can see I have been able to rule across in order to connect the measurement of 2 inches partition. Another thing I will be doing now is to measure from up going down 1 inch and another 1 inch. And I'm going to do it the 2 sides and then I will connect. So you can see now I have measured 1 inch and I've marked the 2 sides. So I'm going to also rule across to connect the measurement. So this is where we are now. You can see each partition there is 1 inch, okay? Next is to create the door. And for the door, we are using the middle partition. So I'm going to give a mark on the upper side of the middle, okay? That is, share the middle into 2 and place your mark right there at the middle of that partition. Okay, now that middle is where we're going to be removing for the door. So I'm also going to be connecting that middle line to this point that I am marking now. And by the time I connect it, the excess one, the remaining ones will go out. In order for me to get my triangle, as the door is going to be having a triangle in front, okay? So now I'm going to rule to form the triangle. And after that, this is what I have. And now the upper side of the triangles, I'm going to cut them out, okay? That is these 2 sides. So this is what is left, okay? Now I'm also going to be measuring from the side of the triangle where the triangle ended down to give me 2 inches, okay? I'm going to measure and then I will rule across. So this is what I have got. You can see I've ruled it across. So the next thing now is to form the door. And for the door, if you want it to be in a curvy way, you just draw a curve there. And when you want to cut, you cut according to the curve, okay? But if you want it to be V, you have to just mark your V from the middle point to the triangular point of the 2 inches you just measured. So if you want it to be in a circle way, the door, that is the upper part of the door, all you need to do is to draw a curve there, okay, the 2 sides from the point. And when you are cutting, you cut from there. But if you don't want, you want it V, you just rule to the end of the 2 inches, okay? You just rule to create V, a normal inverted V, and then you cut off like that also. Now, if you think that the V is too long, you can stop it at half. Remember that is 2 inches height. Now you can stop at 1 inch and then you connect your V also to that 1 inch, which I'm going to do now. I will just rule and then cut off the excess also, and it will be shortened. The V will not be too long, okay, which is still very perfect. So but I'll do that now so that you see what I mean. So after cutting, you can see what I have left, okay? You can see it. This is now 1 inch from the V and it's still very perfect. I have used biro in drawing this, but that's not the right thing to do. The best thing to do is to use your pencil. I only use this so that you will see the mark and understand what I'm doing. Next, you are going to fold. You know, when you fold it, it will not create the real door to the castle. After folding, this is what I have gotten. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cover it with our pink fondant. And for the covering, I must make sure that I am covering it partition by partition. I'm not just going to roll to cover at once. I have to cover it according to the folding if you want to get the best result and a very neat covering. So before that, I'm going to be creating a door using my template. This is not actually the template I made now. This is the one I used to have, and the door is curved, okay, so that I will be able to carve it out the same shape I wanted it without making a mistake. So all you need to do is to just place the door on top of the cake depending on where you want the height to stop, and then give it a mark with either your craft knife or anything. Just make a mark on the fondant, remove it, and then with your craft knife remove that part that you have just marked so that the door will be created. So for me to achieve this, I have previously covered the dummy, which is about 5 inches cake. Okay, it could be 5 inches cake and it could be dummy. I have previously covered it with white and then cover again with pink color, and that will help me by the time I want to remove it, the white will show. Okay, now for me to cover the pink, I have just used shortening on that part so that it will be easy to peel off by the time you want to remove the cutout. Okay, next you get your frosted PVC paper and measure according to the size of the door and cut it the same way the door shape is, making sure that it is round, because you wouldn't want it to protrude out of the door by the time you finish with your design. So after cutting, apply your glue as usual and position it on top. After placing, set it aside. Okay, let's cover the door template. Like I said, it has to be partition by partition. All you need to do is to roll out your pink fondant and apply your glue on the paper if possible. Okay, but you have to do it fast so that it will not make the paper too soft. And then with your scraper, begin to remove the excess. So you can see this is what I have been able to achieve after covering it. All you need to do is to set it aside to dry, and after drying you can now use it. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.